two charges, with the left charge being minus 2 microcoulombs, and the right charge being positive 1 microcoulomb, lie on the x-axis, with the left charge being at the origin, and the right charge being at a distance of 1 meter from the left charge. And in part A, which one of the 6 grass seed images of electric fields that are shown below best corresponds to this combination of charges? So note that in the presence of an electric field, a grass seed, which will blow up to make it larger, becomes polarized, so the negative charges get attracted to the positive charge, and that leaves behind the region of positive charge. So the force on a positive charge is in the direction of the electric field, and on a negative charge, the force is against the direction of the electric field. So these equal and opposite electric forces create a torque that rotates the grass seed, being a dipole, to be aligned with the direction of the electric field. So remember, the electric field lines start at a positive charge and end at a negative charge. So they'll look something like this. And we draw another electric field line down here, and so on and so forth. So these lines start from the positive charge and go to the negative charge. So because the electric field lines are connected between the positive and negative charges, then that rules out figure 5 and 6. Now for the other options, the left charge has a larger magnitude than the right charge, so the electric field lines should be more dense around the left charge. And that's not easy to see here. So the other option is to determine where the electric field might be 0. So between the charges, the left charge is negative, so the electric field points towards it, and the electric field of the right charge points to the left also, away from the positive charge. So therefore, the electric field can't be 0 between those charges, but it's 0 somewhere on the right hand side, because the right charge has a lower magnitude than the left charge. So what we'll have is the left charge has an electric field pointing this way, and the right charge has an electric field pointing in the opposite direction. So that rules out option 4 and option 3, because the electric field is not 0 to the right of these charges. So option A has a 0 electric field at this point, and option B has a 0 electric field at this point, where there's no electric field lines. So what we have is Coulomb's constant by the charge, which is minus 2 microcoulombs, on the squared distance between the left charge and this point is x squared, and plus Coulomb's constant by 1 microcoulomb on the squared distance between this charge and this point. So it'll be x minus d squared. And that's equal to 0. So if we cancel k and substitute a distance from the origin, or the left charge, of about 2 multiplied by d, so if x is equal to 2d, we get minus 2 on 4d squared, or minus 1 on 2d squared, plus 1 on d squared, and that's clearly not equal to 0. So therefore we rule out this option, and option A is therefore the correct one. Now in part B, at what point along the x-axis will the electric field be 0, other than infinity? Well, that result is obtained by solving this equation. So what we'll do is get rid of this. So we have minus 2 by x minus d squared plus x squared is equal to 0. So that gives minus 2x squared plus x squared is minus x squared, which we'll take to the other side of the equation. And minus 2 by minus 2 dx is positive 4 dx. So I have minus 4 dx on the other side of the equation. And minus 2 by d squared is minus 2d squared. So we have plus 2d squared on the other side. And that's equal to 0. And then solving the quadratic and substituting d equals 1 meter will give you the result. So I'll leave that part for you and post any questions you have in the comments.